Yo guys, Sorryshot Gaming here, and welcome to a new video. And today I'm going to be doing a new series on Battlefield 4, and it's going to be like a kind of themed loadout kind of thing. I heard lots of people on YouTube do loadouts, and a lot of people accuse me of copying, but you know what? I don't care, because it's going to be my own take on it. And I'm going to be basically picking an army, a military theme, or like an era of the military, and comprising a loadout on Battlefield. Now this will primarily be on Battlefield 4, but it may be on Battlefield 3 for some of them. So the first loadout that I've chosen to do is a Russian heavy gunner, and for that I have chosen to use the PKP Peshneg, or however you say that, with the PKS like hollow sight kind of thing, magnifier, muzzle brake and stubby grip. And for the secondary I've gone with the MP443, which is a standard issue Russian sidearm with C4, the ammo box and the M67 frag grenade. Now, the reason I went with the PKP is because it's one of the hardest hitting LMGs in the game. I think it does the joint most damage, it's one of the heaviest hitting, it does 34 damage maximum, dropping off to 25, so it's a 4-shot kill at any range providing you hit in the body. And I think this is something that really leans itself towards some long range heavy gunner gameplay. The PKP looks like a beast as well. You can tell it's a Russian made gun because it's just so big and heavy. And thing looks brutal. Then when you combine that with that noise it makes when it shoots, like it just sounds awesome. And I love the PKP. I don't use it anywhere near enough. I've hardly used it at all really. That's just because it's not one of the best guns in the game. It performs, but it doesn't perform like say the M240 Bravo would for the heavy hitting LMG side. And that's why I don't tend to use it that much. But I found through my from my like gameplay that I've had on this, the time I spent playing with this loadout, that the PKP is a good gun. Now it's by no means really good at all ranges. It definitely tends to lend itself towards the medium ranges and to some extent the long ranges with that magnifier, which is why I put the magnifier on it, because I thought that, well, it's a heavy hitting LMG that does best at medium to long range, so why not put a magnifier on there just to get that extra zoom level. Now it can hold its own in close quarters, but it kind of sucks. Most of the heavy hitting LMGs are definitely meant for long ranges, especially for tap firing, because the first shot recoil multiplier on it is like 0 point something, so you're going to get less recoil if you tap fire than if you say go full auto, because on a normal gun the first shot multiplier is much higher than the actual recoil. So yeah, that's why they're designed for tap firing over long ranges. And that's certainly what I tried to do during this gameplay. Now, I chose to go with a muzzle brake just to, conquer some of that recoil, which can be a bit daunting over longer ranges. And considering we're not going to be firing in long bursts, I thought that it's not going to impact on the accuracy anything at all, really. Now, for the grip attachment, I decided to go with the ergo grip, just purely because it helps when you're on the move, and if you do need to strafe and shoot somebody, then that option is definitely there for you. I know I said stubby grip earlier on, I don't know why I said that, I meant the ergo grip, because I think that's just helps. You don't need a stubby grip because, like I said, not going to be firing in long bursts, so it wouldn't really make a hell of a lot of difference. And the angled grip isn't really necessary because the recoil is not that bad when you're tap firing, that is. Now the MP443, what do I think of that? I think that's a really solid pistol. It's one of my favourites in Battlefield 3 and to some extent in Battlefield 4. However, I don't give it anywhere near as much love as I used to, because I prefer to go for the heavy hitting pistols now. Where like the Magnum, the Deagle when that comes out in Dragon's Teeth. I've been using that at CTE and it's brilliant. Yeah, the C4 and ammo box, everyone knows how they perform. And yeah, the M67 frag, that is probably my favourite grenade. And personally, I want to go back to the old days where we didn't have all this nade spam. It was just M67 frags. I think that was much better. But it adds a bit of variety to the game, I suppose. And yeah, that's still my favourite grenade. That's kind of why I chose it. Plus, the Russians, they're not known for their massively expensive military gear. They don't have so much funding as the US. And they generally speaking have, say, like more basic weaponry, but a lot more of it. So yeah. That's basically why I chose the M67, and overall this loadout is really solid, definitely tends itself towards medium and longer ranges. However, that pistol can be useful in close range for hip fire. But yeah, definitely stick to the long range engagements and you'll do just fine. So I want to say thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.